Andrew McGahon for SevereMMA.com here at the Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam, moments after the UFC Rotterdam event has concluded. And here are the three factors that I have taken from the card this evening. Number one, Charmaine de Randamie is an absolute star in the making. Aside from the fact that she's popular here, aside from the fact that she conducts herself in the media very, very well, she can fight very, very well. Coming from an extensive Thai boxing and kickboxing background, maybe questions were raised at the start of her MMA career. She has answered them emphatically tonight. After clinching up with Anna Elmos up against the cage, a right knee to the body made Anna take a knee herself before a brutal straight right across the temple finished her off in the very first round. I think the sky's the limit for this girl here. No matter what, the next fight has to be a higher ranked opponent, whether it is the winner of Cyborg, whether it is someone else higher ranked. I think we are going to see her contesting for the 135-pound belt in the very near future. Next of all, Gunnar Nelson. In the past, Gunnar Nelson, we've said he's had issues gear changing, he's had issues coming against people with a higher output. He got through his early UFC fights being better and ability-wise, but when you come up against someone who maybe lacks in ability but can make up for that in output, in heart, in aggression, like Rick Story did against him, then we're going to see Gunnar run into trouble. Tonight, he answered every single one of those questions. No longer does Gunnar Nelson look like a 170-pound fighter that weighs 175 pounds all year round. He looked physically imposing, he looked light on his feet. While struggling to get some guys down to the mat in the past, it seems like he's really been able to bridge the gap between his striking and his takedowns in the last couple of weeks and months. Of course, he came up short against Damian Maia in his last outing, but tonight, once he got Tumenov to the ground, it was emphatic from there. Tumenov tired himself out massively in the first round trying to escape Gunnar Nelson's mount, but in the second, when Gunnar took his back after a lovely takedown and a guard pass, it doesn't matter if it's not under your chin, ladies and gentlemen. When someone like Gunnar Nelson is on your back, whether it's here, or here, you're going to be tapping out fairly quickly. One other thing that I took from Gunnar's performance that was very impressive was jiu-jitsu guys commonly have a problem when they get a takedown. They'll hit the deck and it'll take them a second before they move any further. This time we saw Gunnar moving very quickly off his takedowns, either passing the guard or just showing nice attacking sequences, either with strikes or effective guard passing and mounting in the second round. And finally, the Netherlands itself. UFC Rotterdam has been a complete success from earlier on in the week when we got here until just now after the main event had finished. Over 10,000 people in the arena, a 1+ million gate from the UFC. The numbers don't lie. The UFC love coming to these new markets that take to their product very well. The crowd were very behind their fighters. 3 out of 3 Dutch fighters today all got wins on the card. Alistair Overeem also said earlier on in the week that if he beat Andrei Arlovski tonight, he would expect a heavyweight title shot later on in the year, potentially at Madison Square Garden. Let's just say that goes to plan for him. Stefan Struve also reintroduced himself into the UFC heavyweight division this evening after a couple of years out on the sidelines with different issues, medical and personal. Who knows? He was on a 4-fight win streak before he left. What is to say that Stefan Struve won't get another win, Alistair Overeem won't win the title, and the UFC come back here next year to the Amsterdam Arena and sell out a spring or summer arena show? Croke Park couldn't happen. What's stopping 2 Dutch guys fighting for the biggest title in combat sports, the UFC heavyweight title, in just under 12 to 18 months? That's all here from the UFC Rotterdam. Thank you very much for checking out SevereMMA.com all week. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. All great content coming from this week, and we will see you very soon.